Hi class, my name is Siobhan, and in my presentation I will discuss the history of Brazilian architecture. Brazilian architecture often incorporated the other arts such as sculptures, paintings, furniture, and popular art and artifacts. Brazilian architecture had developed as a result of a complex cultural process of both the natives of Brazil and the immigrants. In Brazil, those historic architecture recognized by the UNESCO as World Heritage Sites include the city of Olinda, the historic center of Salvador in Bahia, the city of Ouro Preto, and the city of Diamantina. The intermarrying of Portuguese with the Indians and later with the Africans, the invasions by the Dutch and the French, and the later immigration of Italians, Germans, and Japanese all contributed to forge different cultures into the Brazilian ethnic identity. In combination with the different environmental conditions in Brazil, this mixture of cultures has resulted in a diversity of techniques and the use of space and a uniquely Brazilian architecture. The earliest buildings are unpretentious, reflecting the rough life of the pioneers. As the settlers became richer, so buildings became larger and more sophisticated, producing some admirable monuments. The churches became covered in carvings, running from Baroque to extreme Rococo tracery, the work of local craftsmen using native themes. In the 18th century, the development of Brazilian architecture was influenced by the French culture. In the 19th century, it was further influenced by the European culture with its prefabricated iron and steel structures for the construction of institutional buildings such as railway stations. Architecture in Brazil has been an expression and instrument for modernization during the colonial, imperial, and republican periods. Some of the colonial architecture has some adaptations demanded by the tropical climate. The colonial architecture and its very attractive style are to be found in the churches and monasteries of the older cities. Ouro Preto, for example, was designated a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO because of its outstanding Baroque architecture. Baroque is an artistic style encouraged by Roman Catholic churches prevalent from the late 16th century to the early 18th century. The city, however, contains well-preserved colonial architectures with churches decorated with gold and the works of Alejandrinho, who was the colonial Brazil-born sculptor and architect. One church in particular is the Church of Our Lady of Pilar de Ouro Preto, built in 1730s. The exterior of the church is rectilinear, while the interior is polygonal. This church was the first of a group of extraordinary Baroque churches. Now I will give you a tour of some of Brazil's most famous architecture.
Arruma as malas e diz que vai embora. Dali a pouco se arrepende e chora. Eita mulher chorona, chora feito uma sanfona. Arruma as malas e diz que vai embora. Dali a pouco se arrepende e chora. Chora de amor, chora de paixão, chora de saudade, chora de emoção. Chora quando quer, chora sem parar. Mulher chorona chega de chorar.
This concludes the end of my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.